Now, since people are already asking for specific things they can do right now to improve their chances and boost their immunity, we're going to skip with the theory and the philosophy for a second and go straight to our shopping list. So, first thing I'd like to say is I'm not suggesting that any of these items specifically will cure or eradicate or eliminate COVID virus. What I'm suggesting is that if you had come to me at any point in the last 10 or 20 years and asked for my advice on how to improve your diet, how to boost your immunity, how to transition into a healthier lifestyle, these are all things that I would have suggested. They're all designed to either reduce the toxic load on your system by eliminating parasites and bacteria and pathogens, or to encourage elimination to keep the flow going through your body, or designed to help nutrify your diet. So these are all things that you should have on hand, you could have on hand. In fact, some of my friends who've been practicing vegans for the last few years and have even raised their children vegan already have a lot of these in stock. So my suggestion to you is, if you don't have these items, to do your best now to go to your nearest health food store or order online, and keep in mind that at this point that there are many online vendors that are running out of certain supplies. So do your best to find even order multiple from different vendors, just in case one stays out of stock and another one doesn't. So with that said, if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on my fastandgrowyoung.com site, then hopefully below in the description you'll see links to what I'm calling the COVID protocol. And this is a list of items and a list of practices and products and strategies you can use in order to improve your health. Again, what I'm suggesting is that your best bet right now is to do things that you could have been doing, should have been doing over the last years of your life to improve your health and reverse aging and live a healthier lifestyle. So these are all items that I will suggest to you now that you can start doing. And I'll also add that even if these aren't specific to a particular illness, that they're all things that can help you and that you should incorporate into your lifestyle, whether you're attempting to eradicate a particular illness or not. As I said, these are all natural substances that have been known for centuries in over different cultures and different countries that are known to improve your health. So these are all things that you can do to make health your best immunity. First thing that I would suggest is that you stop doing anything that's going to increase the toxic load on your system and increase obstruction and create mucus. So no white sugar, no white flour, no dairy. Actually throw away the white sugar in your house and resolve to use something else, whether it's maple syrup or honey, if you need some sort of sweetener. First, I'd like to share with you a list of 10 things that I sent to some of my close friends who asked what they could immediately get and stock up on. So that list is vitamin C, oil of oregano, colloidal silver, food-grade hydrogen peroxide, clove oil, green powder, a probiotic, apple cider vinegar, garlic, that's fresh raw garlic, and cayenne pepper. Now, depending on when you download the COVID protocol, you'll get something that looks a little bit like this. The format may vary, and some of the items may vary, but it may also include some recipes as well as some other explanations of some of the products and protocols that I use. Now, I understand that some of this, if you're new to this whole concept of ageless living, some of these practices and products may seem a bit strange to you. So if you'd like more detailed information, you can pick up a copy of Clean Cell Never Dies, or The Man Who Lived Forever, or The Ageless Adept, which are the same book actually. And I won't be explaining them really in depth during these videos, but I'll just give you an overview. So this is a sample of something I created for myself, and essentially I do this pretty much every day. I check it off as I go through the day to make sure that I'm consistent in some of the protocols that I'm working on. So I happen to be working right now on eliminating parasites and making sure my body is clean in that regard. So some of these items are specifically focused on that, but I'll go through some of them so you'll get an idea of what I do on a typical day. So should be at the top of the list, you might see something called remineralization toothpaste. So that's something I created that has calcium, diatomaceous earth, baking soda, coconut oil, a little bit of myrrh, and maybe a little bit of clay also. And I brush my teeth with that every day, and that helps to remineralize my teeth, despite what your dentist may tell you. All right, next is I also do a headstand for basically inversion therapy to help reverse the flow, the pull of gravity on the body to help keep me youthful. Next, I do lemon water, some warm lemon water in the morning. So just a fresh squeezed lemon in some warm water, and I drink that, and that's good for hydrating the body after the night's sleep, and also it's good for cleansing the liver as well. I also do oil pulling, and that's a tradition, that's a practice that's been done in India, in Asia for thousands of years, and it's basically swishing coconut oil, in this case, in my mouth for 20 minutes or so, and that helps pull toxins out of the body and out of the gums. Next is, I mention it here as a 7 Thieves capsule. Now there's an oil combination that's called Thieves, and it includes eucalyptus and clove and cinnamon, and in addition to that I include hyssop, and I include myrrh and basil, and also thyme as well. And what I do is, when I use the capsules sometimes from some of the supplements, I'll actually save the capsules, and then if I'm taking a bunch of oils as a therapy, let's say oil of oregano, what I'll do is I'll actually put the drops in the oregano in the capsule, and I'll do that for a series of oils. Then I'll close it back up and then take that, and that helps me do my oil regimen on a more consistent basis. Because if I were to drop it in my tongue or in tea every day, it might get a little too caustic for my throat. So that's that. Okay, I also do MSM, which is sulfur, and again, this one, some of these are specifically designed to eliminate parasites, and one of the qualities of MSM is that its ability to coat the inner lining of the colon and help to purge out the parasites. All right, colloidal silver, I do maybe a few ounces of that in the morning, a few ounces in the evening. That's a natural antibiotic. I also do a zapper session, and if you look up Hulda Clark zapper, she advocates use of a small electrical current to actually eliminate parasites, and she theorized that a lot of illnesses that afflict people are actually parasite related, are actually bacterial related. So one of the ways that she advocated, in addition to doing a parasite cleanse and a liver cleanse and a kidney cleanse, she also promoted use of a zapper that sends an electrical current, small electrical current through the body in order to kill. So I do that as well. I also am working on keeping my liver clean. So I have 2 different products, liver support tea and also liver refresh. Now, in the interest of keeping these videos at a digestible length of about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm not going to go into everything, but I will mention a few things that I think are important. One is, if because of circumstances you're going to be forced to eat things that you normally wouldn't, or eat canned vegetables or packaged goods that you normally wouldn't, you want to make sure that you take care of your liver. So that's why I've included a liver refresh and liver support tea that has certain herbs like milk thistle that can help relieve and refresh the liver, because the liver is important for cleansing the blood and removing toxins from the system. So you want to make sure your liver is functioning as perfectly as possible. So you may want to look into doing a liver cleanse liver and gallbladder cleanse, kidney cleanse, parasite cleanse as well. You can look that up online, and I'll include a link to Hulda Clark's site in the description. The other thing I'll mention, you can do coffee enemas as a way of stimulating the bile release from the video. And if you've never done one before, the first time you do a coffee enema, organic coffee in an enema, retention enema for about 12 minutes, it'll be like entering a whole new dimension. You'll feel your body immediately lighten, and you'll feel refreshed because you've taken a toxic load off of the liver, and you'll feel it immediately. So look it up, and you can get a copy of A Clean Cell Never Dies, and that'll explain a little bit more about each of these. And then the next thing I'll mention is, if you're going to be stocking up on beans and peas and that sort of thing, one thing you may want to consider doing is sprouting lentils, for example, sprouting mung beans, so that you can have real live living food to add to your meals. And when you're thinking of creating your meals, here's what I'd like you to think about. You can still eat some of the things that you would normally eat, for taste, but you're going to be eating now and you should be actually eating for sustenance, for nutrition, for improving your immunity. So your meals, you should find a way to nutrify each meal. So I'll give you a list of certain things that you can have on hand, and anytime you make a meal, whether it's a salad, whether it's porridge, whether it's soup, whether it's stir fry, find a way to add one or more of these items to it, and that will help add some nutritional value to the food as well. So you can add chia seeds, add cayenne pepper to help with digestion, add turmeric, add garlic, ground raw garlic, and don't cook it, but grind it, crush it, and put it into salads raw, so you can be having it live and living. Flaxseed oil, spirulina, you can sprinkle that on salads and rice and soups and so on. Nutritional yeast to give you vitamin B12. Seaweed, apple cider vinegar, and sprouts. You can add any of these or more, or all of these, to each and every meal, so that you have something that is helping the meal provide some sort of nutritional benefit, some immunity benefit, or some benefit to help purge your system. All right, with that said, I wish you the best of success. I'll be doing more of these videos, but until then, make sure you remember that good health is your best immunity.